Hi children, welcome to Bang Max and Science. In this video, just I am loading some previous year questions. Okay, so you can see the biology questions what are asked in 2023 set 1. So first you do one thing, go through these questions and try to get the answers. You can take the screenshot or you pause the video and read the questions, and here you can see the answers of objective type questions, and the rest of the questions if you want I'll explain, or otherwise you can just search in the Google also, you get the answers. So do your science revision well and get very good marks in science. So let us discuss the answers. See here, an organism which breaks down the food particles outside the body and then absorb it is. So I think you got the answer, it is fungus. So fungi or rhizopus. So all the fungus are not able to prepare the food, or they can't do that digestion inside the body. So they release some chemicals, and with the help of the chemicals they decompose the matter, organic matter, and absorb the nutrients. See, the other organisms, they are directly taking nutrients. They are not doing the decomposition, or they are not breaking down the product outside. Next one, consider the following statement about small intestine and select the one which is not correct. So be very careful while reading the question. It is mentioned here not correct. So here the answer will come, the villi of small intestine absorb water from the unabsorbed food. So actually who is absorbing water? Large intestine, not the small intestine. And next one, the statement that correctly describe the characteristics of a gene. So one of the following is describe the correct characteristics of a gene. So here the answer is A. In individuals of a given species, a specific gene is located on a particular chromosome. That is the correct answer. Next one, select from the following the character statement about tropic movement. You know the tropic movements, those are related to growth. So the answer is growth related movement. The option D is the correct answer. Next one, select the incorrect match between the plant and its vegetative part from the following. You know very well. So what will be the answer? Rose. Rose is doing vegetative propagation from the stem only. Okay, not by the root. Next one, assertion reason. Genes inherited from the parents decides the sex of a child. So actually the sex of the child is determined by the gene from the father. So that statement is wrong, and the reason is chromosome in a male child is inherited from his father. We can say the male child is getting chromosome from both parents. Okay, not only from the father. Then the assertion, blood clotting prevents excessive loss of blood. That is correct. The reason what they are telling, blood clotting is due to the blood plasma. That is wrong. So it is with the help of what? Platelets. Next one, write the role of insulin in resulting blood sugar level in human body. Mention the disease. So these are 2 mark questions. Okay, so you know very well the role of insulin. So you want to write that what is that insulin always reduce the sugar level in the blood, and that sugar level is maintained by both the hormones are there, insulin and glucagon. So insulin reduce the blood sugar level, and glucagon helps to get again or balance the sugar glucose level. Mention the disease caused due to. What is the disease? Yes, diabetes. And how is the timing and demand of insulin in the blood is regulated? In this question you want to write about feedback mechanism. So feedback mechanism is nothing but the cells of in our body, either in pancreas, anywhere. So they dictate where that particular hormone is released at a particular time, and it both the means there will be two hormones actually, one should be to increase and one should be decreased. So any factor or whatever it is increased, if it is over the level, some other hormones reduce and it will get reduced. The best example is what? Insulin and glucagon, and you can say adrenaline and noradrenaline, and next what is the growth hormone. So these all are doing feedback mechanism in our body. Next one, name the type of blood oxygenated or deoxygenated transported by each of the following. So here is saying vena cava, and mention the path and pulmonary artery. So here you should know the structure of the heart. So you can see in this picture, see, this is the vena cava, superior and inferior. So the vena cava brings the blood to the right atrium. So you want to say the path. So vena cava brings blood from the cells, that to deoxygenated blood, to the right atrium. Then see, where is pulmonary artery? See, arteries are defined as the blood vessels which are moving away from the heart. So pulmonary, in the sense it is lungs. So pulmonary artery takes the blood from where? Right ventricle to the lungs. So it's clear. And next question, see, yeah. So with the help of a schematic flowchart, show the breakdown of glucose in a cell to provide energy. Same you can see in that textbook, only the picture is there, in the presence of oxygen and lack of oxygen. So in the presence of oxygen, what is happening? In the presence of oxygen, you can see here, see, in the presence of oxygen, see, absence of oxygen, lack of oxygen, presence of oxygen. Presence of oxygen, it is happens inside the mitochondria, and that first glucose is changing into pyruvate, that happens inside the cytoplasm, okay, and then the pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy in mitochondria in the presence of oxygen. See, if it is in the lack of oxygen, where it happens? It occurs in the human muscle cells, and the product will be lactic acid and energy. So you should remember that pic and that flow chart, and you have to write the answers. Next one, name the part of the human excretory system where nephrons are found. You know very well where the nephrons are found. Yes, in the kidneys. Not only excretory system is the main system, and the main organ in that excretory system is kidney. So inside the kidney there will be millions of filtering units called nephrons. Write the structure and functions of the nephron. So you should know that each nephron, how it looks like and what are the structure. See, so this is the kidney. So in the kidney you can see this is a cortex and medulla region. So the nephrons are located both the sides, and see each nephron structure is, it is having a, what is this called, a Bowman's capsule. Okay, so this is called a Bowman's capsule, and this is the renal tubule, and this renal tubule is joined to the collecting duct, and around the renal tubules there will be capillaries which are the part of efferent artery. Okay, efferent artery, that means which are moving away from the Bowman's capsule or glomerulus. Clear? And what is its function? It reabsorbs the water, okay, and some minerals. So this is the structure of the nephron. So you can explain that with the help of the diagram. And next one, see, then 3-mark question. State the role of ATP in cellular respiration. So cellular respiration is what? The process of breakdown of glucose and give out energy. But in that time also the ATP, they need a little amount of energy, and that is given by ATP molecules. So ATP molecules are called what is that? Energy currency, and these are prepared inside the mitochondria. So ATP provides energy for the cellular respiration. Next one is what ensures sufficient exchange of gases in plants. So, with what are the structures which help in gaseous exchange in plants? Yes, stomata. So, you want to say about the stomata. Next one, state the conditions on which the different direction of diffusion of gases in plants depend on. Okay, so you know that very well. Diffusion of gases. The plants need both carbon dioxide and oxygen. Oxygen the plants are needed for the respiration, and for carbon dioxide for that photosynthesis. So the conditions are necessary is that the diffusion is a process of higher concentration to lower concentration. So the concentration of gases takes an important role in diffusion of the gases in plants. And next one is what is the internal energy reserve in plants. So the plants prepare the food what in the form of, see, they prepared glucose and they change the glucose and store that glucose in the form of starch, and in animals it is what, glycogen. So you want to write it. And desert plants perform photosynthesis if the stomata remain closed during the daytime. Is it clear? So desert plants are the you know well, the plants desert in desert, they want to control the loss of water. Okay, so for that sake desert plants stomatas will open only during the night time. So when the stomata is open, that time they will take carbon dioxide and it will be stored, and the daytime this stored carbon dioxide will be utilized for making photosynthesis or making food. Next one is why does a kitchen garden called an artificial ecosystem while a forest is considered to be a natural ecosystem? So automatically you want to write the difference between artificial ecosystem and a natural ecosystem. Okay. Next one, you know the I think this is simple questions, you will get it. So artificial ecosystem means man-made. So we have to provide everything artificially. Okay, so that's why it is called artificial. Natural ecosystem, everything is in nature, it is present in nature, and all that return or depend on biotic environment, everything is controlled by the nature only. So the first one is under our control, the second one is not. And which one will be more sustained? Natural ecosystem. Okay. Next one, while designing an artificial ecosystem at home, write any two things to be kept in mind to convert it into a self-sustaining system. What are the things? There should be biotic component, abiotic component, and decomposing agents. Then only the nutrients will get recycled and utilized by the organisms in the food chain. And next one, construct a food chain of trophic level comprising the following: owl, snake, plants, rat. So in that food chain, who should come first? Yes, plants. The plants are eaten by rat, and rat is eaten by snake, and snake is eaten by owl. And next one is 20,000 joule of energy was transferred by the producers to the organism of the second trophic level. Okay, so the second trophic level, how much joule is there? 20,000. So calculate the amount that will be transferred by the organism of third level to the organism of the fourth level. So the second level is 20,000. So the third level might definitely will have how much? 2,000, and the fourth trophic level is 200. So here you want to write about the 10% energy loss. Next one, 5 more question. Name the part of a bisexual flower that are not directly involved in reproduction. So bisexual and unisexual flowers. So the flowers in which any one sex organ is present is called what? Unisexual, and both the sex organs like stamen and pistil are present, they are called bisexual flowers. Okay, but in these bisexual flowers which are not directly involved in reproduction, so you have to write about petal, sepal. Okay, so petal and sepal are the other parts which are not taking part in the reproduction. Next one is differentiate between self-pollination and cross-pollination. Okay, so first you know what is pollination. What is pollination? Yes, the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma, is it? So the self means what? The pollination which is happens in the same flower is called a self-pollination. Cross-pollination is between different plants flowers. Okay, so that you just write the definitions. What is the fate of ovule and ovary? So ovule, what is happening to the ovule? So ovule will change into seed and ovary will change into fruit after fertilization. Then form a case study. In order to trace inheritance of traits, Mendel crossed pea plants having one contrasting character. Contrasting character means one allele, is it? Or a pair of contrasting characters. So monohybrid and dihybrid cross. When he crossed the pea plants having a round and yellow seed. So this is dihybrid cross, they are saying. With the pea plants having wrinkled and green seeds. He observed that no plants with the wrinkled and green seeds were obtained in the F1 generation. So when the F1 generation is crossbred by self-pollination, what happened? The F2 generation he found different combinations. So what are the different, how many types of combination he obtained? Yes, 4, is it? 4. You can look here. Here the two characters are round and yellow. Here wrinkle and green. So this round character can combine with the yellow also and can be with the green also. So one type of what will be getting round and yellow, round and green, is it? The same way the wrinkled character can be joined with the both other characters. So wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. So like the 4 different types of plant he will get. So what is the question? Write any 2 pairs of contrasting characters of pea plants by Mendel other than those mentioned above. So what are the other? Yeah, tall and pink flowers, is it? So both are dominant. Tall and pink is crossed with the short and dwarf or short and what is that, white flowers. So you can write that. Next one is differentiate between dominant and recessive traits. You know what is the dominant trait? Yeah, the trait which is expressed in the F1 generation. Okay, is called a dominant, and recessive is the trait which is hidden by the dominant trait and not visible in the F1 generation, is called a recessive trait. State the ratio of combination observed in the seeds of F2 generation in the above case. What do you interpret from the results? So we got 4 different varieties of plants. Here you want to mention about Mendel's law of independent assortment. That means a gene has the tendency or it has the power to join with the any other trait gene. Okay, it is not depend on a particular gene. It can freely unite with the gene of the trait. So you have to write about law of independent assortment. Next, the word question is given below is a cross between pure violet flower pea plant, that means capital V with a pure white flower. Pure, if it is mentioned, definitely you want to write both the same. Okay, if it is hybrid, you want to write the mixed type, genotype. So diagrammatically explain. So you want to write the entire that set of Mendel. Okay, so pure violet plant, capital V cross with the small v. So and then you just show the F2 generation how you are getting what are the 3:1 ratio plants. You write both the genotype and phenotype also. So this video just I have told about only set 1. Set 1 is given to you. So set 2 we will discuss in next video. Thank you.